Long, long ago, when the world was still flat, back before humans knew of magic, in the very center of the ocean floated a tiny yet beautiful island. Its name was Illusia. In those days, on the continent of Fadiel, 5 great countries flourished. Jad, land of sand; Topol, land of water; Wendel, land of green; Ish, land of fire; and Lorimar, land of ice. All in Fadiel believed the isle was holy, protected by a guardian beast. No one dared to set foot there. On the island, there stood one indescribably enormous tree. The tree had been there before the world began. In fact, it was said to be the mother of every living thing in the world. But in those days, an ancient curse had gradually turned the tree to stone. For a long time, it remained asleep, seeming to some as if it were dead. Now then, I suppose I should tell you the story of how it all began. Of how a certain young man came to possess a sacred sword, and how a certain young maiden became a goddess of mana. It's a winding tale of hope and despair, connecting the worlds of humans and of my fellow spirits.
Boozhoo!
Ritzia's worried.
Oh, you're going to need a leash, Boozhoo. Hey, remember Kelby? Maybe it's a spirit. But why?
And to your soul.
Ritzia, how?
By believing.
Let's go!
You must
Run
go
away.
there for help. Such is your destiny.
Kelby!
Forward, march!
We're counting on you.
You may commence firing.
Fire! I won't let you! The Guardian Beast? What now?
This ends now!
I mean, Keldrick is dead.
What do you mean when the world was still flat? You can't make up stuff like that just to spice up a story. What if all the little kids out there take it as fact?
Watch that mouth! You're hardly as scholar yourself, Hot Pants, you know. Half-grown spirits like you should listen more and talk less.
Not all of us are as old as dirt, you know. And I'm not the one telling fairy tales acting like I was there the
You
whole
two
time.
fools are at it again. Let's save your little grudge match for later.
Yes, the 8 of us are here for a reason, and it isn't fisticuffs. We need to go over certain events and make sure we've got them right.
Correct you are. Tonight is a super exclusive spirit conference. We must discuss the link between us spirits and humanity.
And the origin of the mana tree.
Fighting won't solve anything, no.
Ah, you're right. Sorry. I ought to stay grounded and not lose my head.
The night is brief, and I've got more sinister things to do.
Listen up, my fiery friend. You can extinguish that temper, because you know we have a lot to do.
Okay, okay. Go ahead. Go on with your story.
On the sacred island of Illusia stood a small and solitary village. There dwelt what were known as the Tree Folk. They lived in peace, blessed by the beauty and bounty of nature. Little did they know their peaceful days would soon come to an abrupt end.
Can you bring him back?
Okay.
Don't be too rough with him, though.
You got it. Hey, wait! Aw, come on! Get back here, will you?
Keldy?
Hey, don't you ignore me!
Where'd he go, Keldy?
Hey, wait! Chunk a chop score! back here, will you? Okay, that's enough for now. Let's get you back to Ritzia. Whoa there! That's better.
Thank you, Caldi. Oh, you're going to need a leash, Buju. Are we at... That's right. Do you remember, Caldi? When we were little, you carved our initials here with your pocket knife.
No. Did I?
But we shouldn't hurt trees like that, you know. Because whenever we hurt any living thing, we also end up hurting ourselves.
Yeah, I know that.
When the two of them rushed back to Sanctuary, they found the village full of golem soldiers from the Lorimarian army.
And Stroud, the king of Lorimar himself, came riding in. He captured all of the tree folk and then herded them in to a few houses.
Keldric and Ritzia went to awaken the sacred beast that guarded Illusia and now slumbered beneath the great tree. But the golem soldiers were one step ahead of them. They seemed to be looking for something there.
The pair sneaked past the soldiers and entered the depths of the great tree, hoping to find the sacred beast before the Lorimarians did.
The sacred beast should be just past here. Word has it that the feather you wear came from the guardian beast itself. Maybe it could give us a clue.
You ought to know. You're the one who gave it to me when we were kids.
These slabs look like they could collapse at any minute. Hey, Keldy. What do you think they're looking for?
Probably the same thing we are, the beast that protects the island. But to the invaders from the Lorimarian army, it's just another obstacle.
They must be planning to kill it then. I think we might be able to startle them if we drop something down on them.
Careful, Ritzia.
Oh, I know.
It's easy to get lost in here.
Too bad we don't get to choose where the beast lives, huh, Keldy?
Lekius won't be happy that I brought a tree maiden to a place like this.
You really have no idea why he gets angry with you, do you?
What do you mean by that?
Since time immemorial, the great tree has stood here with the 8 spirits, keeping watch over the world. But Since then, the tree has turned to stone. If only it could flourish again. Then, just maybe, we could live together with the elemental spirits once more.
Maybe. Ah! Hey, look! What's this? Ow!
Keldy!
What do you think this... Ah!
Oh no, Keldy! Throw it away!
Ah! What happened to me? My arm!
Are you alright, Keldy?
I think I'm okay.
I'm not sure about that. Maybe we should go see the village elder. He might know what all this is about.
Good idea. Okay, let's go, Ritzia.